I have been waiting to make this video for a while. I've been itching to make this video. And now before I get into this video and before I start talking about the subject matter in hand, I know not everyone's going to agree with this take. I know not everyone's going to be on the same side and always being biased from a Robbie standpoint. Yeah, that's the whole point of the video. Robbie should have won this trophy in season 4, not Hawk. Here's why. They've done nothing with it. Hawk's title win means nothing. You could have given Tori's whole, not defined by a trophy thing to Robbie. You could have done something along those lines, or you could have worked a way around that story, but that's a separate issue. The problem here is, right, and the reason why I'm going into this, people would be more rallying behind Miguel tenfold if Robbie had won a trophy, because then you'd know based on the storytelling, Robbie's the sacrificial lamb. He's going to get the Apollo treatment. Now he's going to get the Apollo treatment and he has no trophy. The son of Johnny Lawrence has no trophy in a show about Cobra Kai and Eli Moskowitz and Tori Nichols do. Just let that set in for a second. Now, I'm not against Hawk winning the trophy. I'm not against it. Initially, when I was theorizing with the bros and we were talking about it, I said, well, Hawk could win. They could throw us a curveball. Season 3 did give him a lot of development. Season 4, they didn't really do fuck all with him until the end. They just gave him a haircut and that was it. Basic storytelling. But then Hawk wins the All Valley. And immediately, my first thought is, that's very ballsy. You should have given it to Robbie, and you should have given it to Robbie, but you've chosen the opposite. Interesting. I'm along for the ride. And Eli, in that moment, rightfully deserved it. He won the fight fair and square. Doesn't matter if Robbie was distracted with whatever, which they overplay massively. Hawk got the dub. However, let's talk about Hawk. What have they done to this boy? This guy is now relegated to being Dimitri's attack dog. This guy is a former All Valley champ. I can't fathom. I'm sorry. This is where I go on a rant. I love this show to death, but this is one of those things that I'm never going to be happy with, because in isolation, this moment slaps. It's a great moment. You've got Moon cheering him on in the crowd. It's a full-on Rocky moment. It's great. However, cut to the next season, Hawk just regresses to his season 2 self, where he's just doing a load of tomfoolery. Like, what are we doing here? Just an absolute waste of a great character arc. And don't even get me started on what they're doing with him in season 6. But Hawk, for me, ever since he won this trophy, it was like, yeah, okay, his arc's done. Now, obviously, yeah, he can't peak past this point because he's not Miguel, he's not Sam, he's not Robbie, he's not Tori. But you can still do more with him. Now it just feels like they gave him the trophy and then they just relegated him to being Kenny's bitch. I'm just going to shoot straight. You guys know me. And Kenny's a great character to me. I like Kenny. However, where the fandom does have a good, valid complaint, we've seen how dangerous Hawk can be. And out of nowhere, all of a sudden, Hawk's losing to Kenny. Over the last few years, I've been dubbed quite the Robbie fanboy, this, that, whatever. In fact, I got a comment not long ago that was like, oh yeah, back in the day when he used to be a Miguel fan. I just find it funny. You got to laugh about these things, right? You got to laugh about them. But just sticking on the subject of Hawk, I'm all about purpose. What did you give Hawk? Nothing. You slapped a trophy on him and then literally nothing. You did nothing. Think about it. Anyone who's a sports fan watching this, right? Your team finally wins the trophy. And next season, you choke. You just choke. Can you think of anything more disappointing? Like, you don't carry on that winning momentum, or at least that fight? Hawk does bugger all. He's literally nominated as tribute for Kenny's silver bullet. And I love this show to death, but this is one of those things that I really do not like it. I do not like it. I detest it. And it's as a moment, again, as a moment, it's great. It's what happens after it that's the problem. And they do nothing with it. Now, as much as I said for many years now that Robbie needs his shine, finally he's gotten it. A lot of people have gotten my words misconstrued that, oh, he needs the Sekai Taikai. Yes, I've done videos on that. Yes, I've said it myself. But with the story and the way that they're going, Robbie's getting his shine, he's getting his flowers, and I'm happy. And he will have a serviceable purpose when Miguel inevitably takes the final victory. I'm fine with that. It's purpose. This guy, however, forget Miguel or Robbie, Hawk has nothing. What does he have except a new hair color? And honestly, what the hell is the US flag? Like, I don't know. They've relegated him to Dimitri's attack dog, and I don't like it. Sorry, I don't like it. And I know I'm not the only one that feels the same. And the thing is, you can still have Hawk win this trophy in season 4. You can still have that win. However, follow it up. Do something with it. What happens? Nothing. He just stands there shit stirring, talking about how Kenny and him and, this, that, and whatever, and then just, stirring the pot. Picks a fight with Quan and then has the gall to blame Robbie. Like, I'm sorry, the hypocrisy in this show is freaking insane. The constant backstabbing, as a good friend of mine would say, and that's a prime reason why this show needs as I will miss it dearly, but that's a prime reason why this show has to end. It needs some breathing room because Jesus Christ, the constant backstabbing, it's too much, and I couldn't think of any better way to describe it than that. Thank you. But yeah, guys and girls, jump in the comment section down below. I know not everyone's going to agree with what I've got to say. Oh, hot take. But when does anyone ever agree with what I say? So at this point, show's ending. So someone asked for this video, and here it is. Now, to extend on it, because people did say, well, what would you have done? What I would have done is actually had a mature Hawk. Like, you've got Hawk, who's gone through this massive character development. The ego's been stripped away. It's like you take away the chosen one, and you've got Jacob. Like, who is Jacob? It's a question that you can apply to yourself. Like, it's you take away the haircut and all the bravado and all the, beating up nerds and stuff. What is Hawk? He's Eli. He's a kid that had a little cleft lip that gained confidence and became a G. Where is that? What does that say about him now that he's a champion? Is that a set of responsibilities? Is that a set of, okay, there is one scene in season 5 that I do like, and I thought they were going to expand on, when there's that little kid that's like, hey, champ, and like flexes the muscles while looking at him. And I'm like, okay, and maybe they might do something. No, they give him a lotus flower, and then the Bob's your ankle, silver bullet. There you go. So then what I would have done was I would have had him really take center stage as Miyagi-Do's main male pupil. Like, I would have had him take that role. Even in season 4, I would have had him have one-on-one scenes with Daniel and find balance. Out of all the kids, I'd argue danger-wise, Hawk is the most dangerous. Like, we've seen season 3 and how dangerous this guy can be. Bloody Brooks' face. Even Tori was in shock. And we know what she's done throughout the show. So, to me, it's just a lot of missed opportunities. There's many better ways to take it. And at season 5, when it played out, I was a little bit more lenient on Hawk because I was like, okay, we've got Robbie and Miguel on the same team. This was always going to happen. I'll give them a chance. We'll see what season 6 brings. More of the same. More of the same. Hawk's just kind of standing there. He gets the kick on Yoon, which is nice. But as a character, he goes and picks a fight with Quan, blames it on Robbie, goes and blames Kenny for something that he did not long ago. Yeah, it's just the hypocrisy is just everywhere. It's just everywhere with these characters in this season. But, you can still have this scene in. You can still have him win the trophy. Just give it something. And I think that's why people are more disappointed with Hawk in season 5 and 6. Because you give him something as cool as a trophy. And don't anyone say, oh, but you're not defined by a trophy. So then why do you want Miguel to win? It's a fighting show with karate tournaments. Of course we want people to win. But it's the service you give it. It's the purpose. They did nothing with this. They did nothing. And as season 6 progresses, Man, hot take. I look back at season 4 with even more of a sour taste. Season 4 for me was such a step down from season 3. Holy Jesus. Like, you go from season 3 where every character gets shine. And then you go to season 4 and the premiere starts and you're locked in. It's like, oh my God, this is sick. This is cool. And then it just goes, kaboom. And then it's just kind of like meandering until the tournament. If you take out the Robbie and Kenny stuff, if you take out the Miguel, Johnny, I love you too, Robbie scene, and you take out the tournament and the premiere episode, you lose a lot in that season. Like in season 3, I made a whole list that filled an A4 page with all the stuff. Season 3 set the bar, man. I think that's the other problem. Season 3 set the bar. But if you are to watch season 4, I view it as a comfort season to see the characters interacting. Robbie coming home. It's Terry Silver's season. He's relentless in that season, but in a good way. And I believe Terry would have won the All Valley with Robbie and Tori with a focused mindset. He would have won. But hey, plot. Quite explosive. I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Thank you for checking this video out. Now, again, jump in the comment section down below. I'm sure you're going to let me know what you think. And this is the final ride. And I know a lot of people feel this way. So it'd be fascinating to see what you guys have to say. Dimitri and Eli, binary brothers.